So today's video is going to be a little bit of a different vibe. Been gone for a little while. It's been a little over a month, maybe a month and a half I want to say, since I posted my last one. And this is just, I guess, going to be an update on what's been going on. Kind of an explanation because, I did start this channel to sort of document my life in a way on top of doing cool shit or whatever. And yeah, so I just feel it's, my job to be transparent with you guys and kind of let you know what's been going on. Without further ado, I guess we'll kind of just get into it. Long story short, shit kind of hit the fan. So that's why I've been gone for a while. A lot's happened. So I guess I'll kind of just break it down for you guys. Those of you that know, a while back, probably like three and a half months ago, I quit my job with the idea in mind and the plan in mind and promised to myself that I was never going to go back to a regular job again. And still sticking to that, I suppose, but, started my own business, not quite going as planned, but that's kind of how it goes. You live and you learn, you try things, and you kind of learn about yourself, and you learn, I guess, what you want to do and what you don't like doing and everything like that. And I knew full on, like, this might not be what I'm doing for the rest of my life, like just my business aside from YouTubing or making content, because I do love making content, but just my business specifically. And I wasn't going as planned. That's fine. Had a little bit of money in my account, and between now and that time, still working on my business and kind of just doing everything, like between like a little bit this, a little bit of that here and there to kind of just put some money in my pocket. It's fine, you gotta hustle, you gotta make it work. Kind of fell off the wagon a little bit as far as kind of being on my shit. Of course I still am super into fitness, and I always will be, so didn't let my body go too much, but made a pretty big mistake and decided to hop on Tren, despite all of the advice telling me to not do that. And it was going pretty good. I was getting pretty big. Things were going all right. Not too many bad side effects. And for those of you that haven't done it or are considering doing it, I would probably strongly suggest not doing that. Not just because of like the bad side effects as far as like your body, but mainly because of how you act towards people around you. And I really didn't think it was like that big of a deal. I didn't think I was having too many problems with that, but I'll tell you guys this now, they do call it the relationship ender for a reason. So my girlfriend, the love of my life of, over a year, broke up with me. Unfortunately, she left me. So, and there's a lot more that goes into play. I'm not going to get into too many details or anything like that, but yeah, that's the harsh reality of the situation. So, girlfriend left me a little over a week ago. It's been pretty rough. Definitely deterred me away from making content for you guys and further pursuing my business. Kind of just made me fall off a little bit. So long story short, within the last 3 months or so, we started this year off with a bang. Like, I knew what I wanted to do, and I went full force into it. The plans to get rich, the plans to move out of the state that I come from. You guys heard me talk about it in other videos. The plan was just get a fresh start and progress in life. And within 3 months, I kind of lost everything. Lost all the money I had, a lot of the motivation I had as far as my business goes, but, it is what it is. Lost my girlfriend, the woman that I loved and really wanted to do everything with, the woman that was here when I started this, the woman that was here that I thought was going to be here through everything, including all the struggles. And yeah, pretty tough pill to swallow, and breakups suck. And I'll probably do a separate video on kind of just how I've been dealing with it. Just for those of you guys that are out there going through a breakup, because, man, this is one of the hardest things you can go through in life, So, yeah, I've just been dealing with the breakup, trying to get back on my feet, trying to see what pivots I need to make just to put some money in my pocket, get out all this debt, probably about $8,000 in debt right now. On probation. I talked about that in like one of the most recent videos I posted, trying to get out of that situation. So yeah, depends on how you look at it. I've always been a glass half full kind of guy, but the reality of the situation that is like kind of hit rock bottom right now. And I've been in situations like this before where I thought I hit rock bottom and was able to, come back up, because the cool thing about hitting rock bottom is that there's nowhere else to go but up, which is, that's always going to be the case. And I haven't lost faith, and I haven't lost hope. I never will. I'm always going to keep pushing through. I don't think there's a situation that I could be put into that I can't get out of, or that I can't prosper from, or grow from, or end up a better person from. But the unfortunate reality of my situation is that, in a lot of ways I've hit rock bottom. I struggle with the feeling that sometimes I don't really have too much to lose. And that's a pretty hard thing to grapple with, especially like somebody like me that only tries to focus on progressing in life and only like wants to make the best out of every situation. And losing everything like that, like in the blink of an eye, like anything can be taken away from you, right? Except for the person that you are, except for the person that you've become over the time and over going through shit and dealing with shit that's hard and things like that. And I know at the end of the day, I'm going to come out of the situation a better person. I'm going to come out stronger. I'm going to come out better. I'm going to come out wiser, because that's just what happens when you go through hard shit in life, But it's my responsibility to take this pain that I'm going through and the suffering that I'm going through, because at the end of the day, these all are self-inflicted wounds, right? Like, I kind of did all of this to myself in a way, but it was in, like, not with ill intent. It was with good intentions to try and get myself, like, to level up, right? And it all fucking backfired on my face. And it's kind of fucked up to say out loud, but yeah, man, I wanted to get better. I wanted to do better, and I lost everything. So yeah, it's hard, it's tough, it's fucking painful, and it's hard to even talk about to you guys right now. I don't necessarily want the whole world knowing this, but I know for a fact that when I come back in a few months and make another video, not saying it's going to take a few months to make another video, but when I do come back and I'm in a better position, I'm going to look back at this video and see that, damn, I got through that, And hopefully this message gets across to a lot more people, to show you guys that you can really get out of any situation. Or not even get out of, but you can really deal with any situation. You can really prosper and come out better with any situation that's thrown at you. Like, it's kind of ironic, because I think it was the last or the second to last video that I posted, I was talking about like what God will face you with and put in front of you, and it's your responsibility to deal with it properly so that you can come out of it better, right? And unfortunate timing for me to post that video. It's kind of ironic, but yeah, man. So to those of you guys that are hurting and going through something really, really painful right now, I want you guys to know that you're definitely not alone. There's always somebody going through something else. There's a lot of people going through something worse, so there's no point in really complaining too much. But I just wanted to jump on here and tell you guys why I've been gone. I still have a lot of plans. I still have a lot of videos that I want to make. I still have a lot of things that I'm going to follow through with and continue with for you guys. But just bear with me, to those of you that do follow me, because I'm a work in progress, and there's a lot of shit going on right now. Still, I refuse to look at myself as a victim. I'm going to take accountability for everything that's happened. So yeah, it's the reason I've been gone. Fucking here we are, boys. We're rock bottom, lost everything. Well, it feels like everything, but it's alright. What can you do but go up from here? So I appreciate all of you that watch my videos, and appreciate all of you that receive my message, and I hope some of you guys are able to resonate with that and get through any situation you're going through in life. So thank you guys so much for watching and bearing with me, and I hope you guys out there are doing well. Feel free to comment down below with anything, if you need somebody to talk to or whatever the case may be, just reach out. And yeah, thank you guys.